Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Friday. Fabulous Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 4 decks of cards for this reading today. I'm also going to bring in a big intuitive message that they've given to me as well. Things you may be experiencing since Christmas Eve especially if you had really intense passion between you, whether it was in real life or in the 5D. If you felt their energy and you were connecting with that, you may feel this is a limbo period now. You may feel heavy, even though you can feel excited about what's coming. You know something good is coming, especially as we move towards the new year, the new moon, and this fresh start of 2025, the wood snake coming in. But if you feel a heaviness today and you don't know what's going on, we're going to talk about that. So we're going to use 4 decks of cards to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. We're going to use the soul journey lesson cards. Going to bring in the gorgeous nature blessings healing cards, the twin flame Christmas oracle, and the Moonology oracle as well. And I'm going to use my Ascension deck just to talk about a few symptoms you may be experiencing or things you may be feeling since Christmas. So let's get into this then. So before I shuffle the cards, this is going to be like a 2-part reading. So it's going to be the first part where I talk about things that give me intuitively and why you're experiencing them or why they are experiencing them. And then we're going to use the cards. This is going to be a long reading, so strap in for the ride. And if you are a member of the channel as well, do check out the reading I did today because it's all about what they are planning and what they are thinking about right now and what they are doing and what the angels and your guides and your loved ones in heaven are guiding you to do to be able to handle that. So if you want some information on that right now and you aren't a member of the channel, just hit the join button, connect with the link below, and then you have access to that video. So the first thing I'm connecting with is physical things. Now you may just feel a bit tired in general because it's Christmas and it's all the run up to it and all the stress and all the anxiety. And then when it's done, it's like this slump. It's like, oh, or maybe you have to go back to work, or maybe you're just sorting things out and tidying up and you're just like, what's going on? It just feels weird. It's always a strange energy in this period between Christmas and New Year. It's like highs and lows, ups and downs, heavy energy. 1 minute you're feeling okay, then you're feeling a bit weepy or teary or stressful. You know, the stress there. So you may be experiencing physical things. So the first thing I've got coming up is insomnia. So if you're having restless nights, if you're lying awake at night and you can't sleep, you're stressing out, maybe you're feeling like a feeling in the pit of your stomach, especially if you've had an actual interaction with your twin over Christmas and maybe they've gone silent now, especially if you're having back pain or you're starting to worry a little bit because they may be really stressing over their situation, things they need to leave, things they need to take care of. And the closer it gets to the new year, the more real it's getting that these changes need to occur. So they may be lying awake thinking about it. I definitely feel you're both missing each other intensely right now. So you're going to have sleepless nights about that. Or you may be having restless nights, tossing, turning, you just can't fall asleep. Or when you are asleep, maybe you have a very vivid dream, or you just feel anxious, or you wake up, or you're waking up throughout the night. You may even be waking up at specific times through the night, like 3:33 or 4:44. Signs that you are watched over and there's no need to fear. And that you are connecting through telepathy and feeling. So you may be also having those sacral chakra sensations, that deep desire. But this is tiredness, stress. And again, you know, some of them may be drinking alcohol, or they may have eaten too much food or indulged. Maybe you've done that too. But I feel this is more than picking up on that. You've been around, or they may have been around toxic people they don't spend time with a lot throughout the year. You know, families come together. So it can just be very stressful and very, you know, it can take a toll on the brain and the mind. So when we go through insomnia or sleepless nights or restlessness, it's because we have a busy mind. So maybe you just can't switch off. Maybe something's happened and you're going over it in your mind and it's creating stress or the inability to relax and calm down because your mind's going on overdrive. It says lack of sleep causing irritability and bouts of anger and rage. So remember, if you're not communicating, or you're not, you know, maybe they've said they need some space or whatever it is, you're being protected from anger or irritability because they don't want to lash out at you or do something they regret. Maybe that's even what you've done. Maybe you've said something over the Christmas period, or you've been triggered by something. And as much as you've tried to calm your energy down, relax, meditate, breathe, leave your phone alone, you may have reached out and reacted, or something may have happened. And maybe you're worrying about that. So you need to forgive yourself for anything you feel you've done wrong as well. So forgive yourself and feel free. And the angels say use Ascension oils like lavender in a relaxing bath to induce a calm and relaxing sleep. Or if you don't like having a bath before bed, or if you haven't got access to a bath, put some lavender oil on your pillow. Call on Archangel Honiel, call on Archangel Raphael to help you to sleep better. Calm your mind. Maybe listen to some meditation music before bed, or go over the things you're grateful for in your mind, because there's always things to be grateful for. And maybe the weather as well isn't helping. We've had storms here in the UK. It's been pretty crazy. Ice storms, wind storms, it's all going on. So, you lie awake at night, you may hear the wind, and obviously it's very calming and lovely, but sometimes it wakes you up. So weather may be affecting things as well, and that can make you a little bit dizzy during the day. So if you've had any vertigo, any feelings of dizziness, or you feel like you're a bit woozy, maybe your eyesight's going a bit blurry, or you're feeling a bit sick, nausea and dizziness is caused by sudden change or movement, lack of direction. So you can feel this if something is suddenly changing. So if you feel like, hang on, we were talking, now we're not, or something's changing in their life, I can feel and sense that, you're going to feel this. And again, nausea and dizziness can be caught by overindulging, say caught by, because they give me caught, so maybe caught as well as caught a cold, or caught something from someone. So someone may even be experiencing flu symptoms, or maybe a bug or something they've picked up on that can bring in nausea and dizziness, sickness, vomiting, that kind of thing. But also when we overindulge and, at Christmas time we eat too much, maybe there's alcohol involved or whatever, it can create feelings of nausea and dizziness, feeling hungover, just feeling tired in general. But this is created through a lack of direction or sudden change. So the angels say breathe and center yourself to gain clarity and peace. And obviously when you are centering yourself and breathing, you're breathing yourself back into the now, and then you feel calm, so you're not overthinking. Because insomnia is also caused by that busy mind, and a busy mind is from overthinking. Thinking, stressing, worrying about the future that hasn't yet come in, or stressing over something that's happened before. And we've also got joints and muscles, so if you've been having any knee pain, or pain in the elbows, or maybe you've bashed your elbow up, or you've bashed your knee up, or your hips, or joints and muscles are connected with a need to take action and a need to take charge. And when you're surrendering and letting go, when you're trusting them to move towards you, when you're being guided to release control, it can bring this in, because you're thinking, I feel out of control. They're ghosting me, or they're not replying to me, or I don't know what to do. Even if you understand that ghosting is processing and planning, which I'll talk about in today's members reading, it's still hard to control your mind sometimes and relax and breathe, especially if you're tired, or you're feeling ill, or you're wanting to say something, or you want something to move forward. It can be very frustrating. This is where self-control comes in and the fruit of the spirit, because this is about breathing yourself into the now and affirming all is well. Remember your own value. Sometimes we forget our own value in those moments because we panic so much, because we think, I just want to tell them how I feel, or I don't want to lose them, or I need them to know I'm sorry about this or that. So doing some kind of exercise, even if it's just going for a walk or some kind of movement, moving your body a little bit, maybe dancing as well, singing uplifts your vibration, writing down your gratitude, and massage, so maybe massaging your feet yourself or your hands, or massaging your body, or maybe getting a massage. Maybe you've received a gift certificate for Christmas. They give me fear there, for maybe a spa or something, and it's going to release stress. They give me fear there. So massage is going to release stress, whether you love them or you don't. Massaging your body, giving yourself a bit of comfort, and it will stimulate the required change, because change is needed. And this is another reason why there's nausea and dizziness. So sleepless nights, nausea, dizziness, maybe even that feeling in the pit of the stomach, or an anticipation feeling in the solar plexus, like something's coming, I don't know what's going on. It could be a sense of dread because you may be connecting with what they're going through at home. They may have a sense of dread because they're planning to speak to their karmic partner, or the planning to make a change at work and the thinking about it. So it's bringing in those feelings. Now, last night I was lying in bed and there was a storm going on, and I heard a fox making its noise, its calling noise, I suppose. It was late at night. It was like in the middle of the night, and I heard this fox. And I knew it was in my garden because the light came on, and I was disorientated, so I kind of got up. I thought, I want to see this fox, and put my dressing gown on, opened the curtains, and by the time I'd done that, it had gone. But the fox is a sign of planning. The fox is a sign of a solution coming in, processing, an understanding of what the next steps are. So I feel the fox came through as a huge warning to relax, to breathe, to find peace in the moment, to not stress about anything. Especially if you're in no contact, or they've been quiet, or you're worried about things. The big message is to just relax and breathe, because that's going to move things forward. It's not going to help you if you are overthinking, stressing, trying to fix something that the universe is already fixing. We get in our own way, we cause self-sabotage, and yes, we're learning, but we have to breathe and relax too. So that's the big message today. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to bring in part 2 of this reading. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today? And what's the energy around them today? The energy around them today, what do we need to know for them? And what's the energy around the journey itself, lying out there? What's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you? This is the Moonology deck, so we're moving towards the new moon. What's the energy around you today? What's the energy around them today? The energy around them on this fabulous Friday. And the energy around the journey itself. Jumping out. What's the message for you today? One card, thank you, angels. What's the message around them today? One card if possible. There it is. And what's the energy around the journey itself? The energy around the journey. I've got 2 cards. There we go. And then with the soul lessons cards, what's the lesson for you right now? What's the lesson for them? And I feel a lot of them are just trying to get through to the new year, so they may just be busy with other things. So try not to take it personally if they're not communicating, or if they're silent, or they say they need space, or anything has changed in the way you're feeling. Maybe you're thinking, well, there's all this passion around and now it feels different. It's because things are starting to shift forward. So for you, we've got fear. So you may be experiencing fear today. Fear, remember, is false experiences appearing real, or false evidence appearing real. It's illusion. So what does that mean? False experiences are when you imagine something in your mind. So you think the worst. You think, what if I never see them again? Or what if they do this or don't do that? Or what if? And when we have the what ifs of the future, we have to be very clear and strong to our ego and say, well, so what? I am surrounded by heavenly assistance. I am a twin flame. I am a divine counterpart. I am this person's other half, their mirror. We belong together. So what? And then the ego calms down. When you tell the ego off, or you stand up to your ego, when you stand up to your fear, it can't control you any longer. Or false evidence appearing real, which means you go to the social media and then you see something that brings in a trigger or a challenge or something that hurts, and you take it as gospel. You think, oh, it must be that way then. And remember, social media is really all fake anyway. Think about someone putting an amazing photo on. It's probably taken them 20 minutes to get the right angle right. So always remember that. Take those filters off. Do things authentically. So see things in a different way. So it says, realize that you are, it says, I realize, that this is what you're realizing, that you are testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. So really what this means is everything you go through helps you to learn through things you go through. So you get tested on this journey, so you're able to be in the energy of love. So maybe there's been some triggers coming up over the Christmas period with your family, and you've been triggered by your family, and usually you would have jumped in and reacted, maybe at an argument or got involved in gossip or something else, and you've restrained yourself from that, or you've refrained from that. Because then I realise now that I'm going to live in the energy of love, and I'm being tested. Maybe you've been tested with your twin themselves. This could be through communication or non-communication, or things you've seen on social media, or even your own mind. So I feel the messages move out of fear. Fear is illusion. Yeah, you got the lightning. Not surprised this is coming up. This is electricity. This is power. This is things shifting. You may have had some lightning storms or seen them. So it may be going on your physical reality, or you've seen it in a film or a show, or maybe you've seen some lightning on Facebook or social media. But it's a sign of power. And lightning is also about you being super connected to each other, telepathic, feeling each other's energy, feeling the vibration, feeling the chemistry, feeling the electricity between you. It's on fire. And sometimes that can bring up fear. So this is a huge sign of change. I'm going to use my magnifying glass because it's quite dark here in the UK today. That's why it might look dark on the camera. It says you are feeling inspired and inspiring. Those brilliant ideas are as good as they seem, and there's no time like the present to act on them. Forge ahead with confidence. So this can also be a huge sign to keep moving forward, but that you're also receiving ideas and inspiration, flashes of inspiration, flashes of ideas, things to do. So this is also a very creative time in your life right now as we get ready for the new year, as we prepare for the new moon, as we prepare for the 11-1 or the 111 portal, which I feel is going to be big as we prepare for the wood snake. So there's big things coming in. So you're going to get ideas and inspiration, and you're being reminded that you are an inspiration to others. So if you're in fear, it's not inspiring. If you're in fear, you're dimming your light. So you're being guided to shine your light brighter. So work through your fears. We all go through fear. It's not all candy canes on this journey. But when you observe your journey and you see it in a higher way, you recognize when you're operating in fear and not love. And then you recognize, okay, I'm operating in fear, stress, anxiety, so I'm not in the present moment. So I need to breathe myself back into the now. And these are ideas and things that pop into your mind as well. Adjustments are required, and this is a third quarter moon. So as we prepare for the new year, this kind of third quarter of the year, you've been recognizing, I need to change the way I'm looking at things. I need to observe my thoughts more. I need to be aware when I'm operating in fear, because you may not see it as fear, because fear we think about being terrified. But fear is anytime we're stressed out, or anytime we're worried or anxious, it's a fear-based energy. It's either coming from love or fear. And it means you're not in the now. So adjustments are required for you to be together, and you need to make adjustments too in the way you think and the way you process what you're going through. And I'm talking about myself as well. It's not like I'm saying this is what you need to do. I'm on this journey too, going through exactly the same thing. So this is reminding you to be humble, and instead of thinking that you're ready for union and they need to change and they need to do this and they need to do that, which is a form of judgment and pointing the finger. Remember, you're also healing certain aspects of you too. We've got you are beautiful. Remember that. The angel's saying you are beautiful. Do you know how beautiful you are? It doesn't matter whether you are a guy or a gal. You are beautiful. And you are beautiful to them. And they see you that way, inside and outside. Don't forget to wear your smile today. Sparkle and shine. Don't let fear dim you of your sparkle and shine. Maybe you're wearing some sparkle and shine today. You could be going somewhere, doing something, or planning for the new year. Yeah, look at this. It's not all candy canes. This is what the angels are telling me. It's raining. We've got icy rain here today. I don't know if you can hear that rain. It's very strong, heavy rain. So it's not all candy canes. It's not all magical wonder on this journey. It's about growth. It's about learning the lesson to operate through love and to leave the fear at the door. And whenever you're in fear, call on the angels. So before I carry on, I'm going to pull a card for you today from Archangel Michael with my Oracle of Strength deck. And they give me the word death, which is also about change. And maybe someone's experienced something over the Christmas season. Maybe you're missing someone who's passed over. Or, death is about transformation anyway. But look at this, freedom. Freedom is a gift. Don't take it for granted or resent it. So what this has come up for, because you may be thinking, well, I hate the fact that we haven't spent Christmas together. I hate the fact that we're not spending New Year's together. So this could be the fact that you feel that you're the one that's single and they're the one that's either in a relationship or they're not making a move or whatever it is. And you're thinking, well, why am I alone? Or why am I on my own this Christmas? Or why is these things happening? Now, it won't resonate with everyone because some of you may be in karmic situations or you may be finding your freedom and you're being reminded that freedom is a gift. But the message is the time you have for yourself today to think and sometimes overthink or go into fear is actually a gift that you're being given. Freedom is a gift. So instead of resenting your freedom, thinking, I wish I was with my twin, or I wish I was doing this or that, enjoy the present moment, because big change is coming in. We've also got, look at this, for them, we've got party time. So they may be at a party, or they may be going to a party, or maybe they've been to a party, or they're planning to have a Christmas party or a New Year's party. This could be on their mind. And they're thinking about that, so they may be busy with plans. That rain, really heavy rain coming down. Oh, it's like icy rain. So we've got count your blessings. Now this is the polar bear. The polar bear is giving you a huge message to not give up. So the message coming through from them to you today is, do not give up on me. Do not give up. I'm so grateful for you. And I feel they're counting their blessings, realising how blessed they are to have you in their life. Realising how blessed they are. And if they've got kids or they're dealing with family, they're realising how blessed they are to have certain people around them as well. Especially if they've been thinking about a family member that's passed over. And they're starting to think, well, I've lost my dad, but I'm so grateful for my mum. Or I've lost my mum, I'm so grateful for my dad. So I feel there are lots of things they are being grateful for, but they also want you to know that they're grateful for you. And this is a party time. So again, they could be drinking too much alcohol, eating too much food, indulging. So I'm not necessarily saying, oh, they're at nightclubs partying. Some of them will be and doing things like that, but most of them will be just perhaps having a few friends over, connecting with family, buffets and drinks and, indulging, and that's what I'm connecting with, and that can lead to sleepless nights, insomnia, irritability, mood swings, hangovers, and just feeling, and that's what the energy they're in. So if you're feeling all of that and you're thinking, well, hang on, I don't drink alcohol, or I haven't been partying, or why am I feeling this way? It's because you are feeling their feelings. For them, we've got you and your loved ones are safe. And this is the new moon in Cancer. So the new moon is going to bring up a lot of emotion for them to make sure their loved ones are safe. So again, if they've got kids or a karmic situation, they want to make sure that everyone is provided for, because they're starting to think about that now. What's it going to be like if I leave? Or what's it going to be like if I make a change? Will my loved ones be safe? And this can also be about family. So elderly family as well. Are they safe? Do they have everything that they need? So I definitely feel they may also be very stressed out by their situations. So they may be trying to relax and let the hair down a little bit to kind of distract themselves from the responsibilities and obligations. And we've got this gorgeous tree. So remember, God's been pruning the tree, especially the tree of the divine feminine. The feminine's tree was pruned in 2024. The masculine's tree is going to get pruned big time in 2025. So I'm not saying the masculines haven't had their tree pruned in 2024. They've definitely been going through changes and awakening moments, but I feel that the big changes are coming in for the masculines when the wood snake comes in. There's been huge changes for the feminine with this dragon. So this is about the basket of fruit. And what I'm really seeing here is that they know where the fruit is. They may have things in their life that are fruitful for them, things they love, and that can be around their home comfort zone, a job they love. Maybe they hate the job, but maybe it's bringing money in and they're comfortable with that. Or maybe they've got a nice car, or they live in a nice home, or they've got friends. And so there is fruit on their tree. It's not like it's all miserable. It's not like it's all nasty. It's not all toxic. There'll be toxic moments. There'll be good moments, whatever they're going through, whether they're single, involved, whatever it is. But they know where the true fruit is. The big basket of fruit at the bottom of the tree is really you. It's you. You're their wish fulfillment. So with you, they can have the full basket of fruit, or they can remain in their situation where they are now with just a little few things on the tree. But God's going to come in and prune that tree. So all the fruit's going to fall off that tree that they are in, their comfort zone, so that they can move to where they're truly meant to be. And the message says, paradoxically, you will heal your heart by allowing yourself to be vulnerable. So again, they need to be vulnerable. This is something they're working on to open up to you. It says, don't let past heartaches close you to future relationships. Open your heart to love and you'll find it. And when they open their heart, they're going to find the love. And the love is always with you. So they're working through their failures right now. And this is definitely what they've been experiencing, because they'll be looking back at this year thinking, I still feel like a failure. Why haven't I achieved this year? Why am I still in this situation this year? Why are things still the way they are? Why? So they're questioning their own behaviour, and they can feel like a failure because they look at you and they think you seem to have everything going for you. I want to be more like you, or I don't want to let you down. I don't want to hurt you. I've let you down in the past. I don't want to cause any problems. So they are understanding they're a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And that's so true. There are no mistakes. There's only lessons that lead to blessings. So this is also about releasing judgment. And that's why it's so important you don't point the finger. Instead, you point the finger back to you and say, what do I need to change? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to do differently within my life? Instead of pointing at them and saying they need to do this, this, and this. And we've got friendship. Understand that a friend is in your life for a reason. So what I'm connecting with here is, as well as things that are going on in their life, is a friend, not foe. So for example, if there's a karmic partner, even if that karmic partner is destructive and there's chaos going on there, or you see that person as someone in the way, or whatever it is, that person is a friend to you and a friend to your twin, because they are a catalyst to your connection, to move you where you're meant to be. So instead of seeing the karmic partner as an enemy, or seeing whatever it is in the way, whether it's a person or a situation, as the enemy, see that as a friend that's assisting the journey. Someone who's creating lessons and growth. Someone who's assisting, an assistant. So just like a lab partner, you have a lab partner, an assistant, or a teaching assistant, someone who's helping. Try and see anyone who's around your person, or anyone that's around you in that way. So yes, their friendships may well be changing, but I'm seeing this more about things in their life they are going through, or people that are around that are assisting the journey. So again, it's about you looking at it through the eyes of love, not fear. So instead of being jealous of the karmic partner, or jealous of their family, or people that are around, start seeing them as people who are assisting. And then you don't see it the same way. Now, the energy around the journey, we've got relationships. So relationships are changing. It says you are attracted to those people who serve your highest good. So you're naturally attracted to people with a high vibration. That's why some of your friendships have shifted since you've woke up and been on this journey, because you've been around people before who may have been at agendas or of low vibration, and now you're in a much higher vibration. That's why when your masculine is in a mood or negative and you're in a good mood and positive, you're not gelling, because you're not on the same vibrational frequency. And you don't need to come down into that darkness to be around them. They have to move into the light. So it's about meeting each other halfway. It's about compromise. It's about alignment. It's about balancing the feminine and masculine aspects of the self. So the relationship is improving because you're seeing it in a different way, and they give me fear. And the good thing to know here is that they will be naturally attracted to you because you serve their higher good. And obviously that can cause separation and things too, because we are each other's mirror. So you triggered the deep things, but ultimately you are attracted to each other because it's what's best for you both. Because with each other you get the basket of fruit, you just don't get a tree with little bits of fruit here and there. We've got nothing as yet set in stone. So if you're panicking thinking they're in a relationship, it's not set in stone. Or you're thinking they've said they're never going to change, it's not set in stone. Things are shifting. So understand that everything is changing right now. Everything. And the answers that you need are coming in your journey. And this is the full moon in Gemini. So this Gemini is about the twins. Can also be a huge shift coming in between now and June. But this is saying to you, the answers you need are coming. They are going to communicate with you. You are going to meet up. You are going to be in touch. It's not over. It's just beginning. So don't panic and think, oh, he said this or done this and we're not communicating, or we haven't had contact for however many years, or nothing is set in stone. This journey is always shifting and changing because they are attracted to your higher good and they are watching you. So even if you think, oh, he's not thinking about me or she's not thinking about me, they're watching you. They're watching you on social media. Don't worry if you haven't got social media, they'll be Googling your name. They'll be putting your name into Google to see what comes up. They're watching you through dreams, astral travel. They may be watching you if you live nearby each other, or if you're at work and you're working together. But they're watching you in amazing ways. So if you think there's no ways watching me, they're coming to you through their astral body. They are projecting themselves to you. So they've got their eye on you in some way. They are watching you. Most of you will have social media. I know not everybody does, or you might think, well, I don't know how they're watching because of this, this, or this. Take all those limitations away and just know that if you're watching this video and you're receiving this message, your person is watching you. And they've been watching you over the Christmas period very intensely. Now we've got the tree here. So again, what I'm seeing here is the fruit of the tree. So look what we've got. We've got their tree with the fruit on. But remember, this is you with the basket of fruit. This is the life they're living now with this fruit on. Look what's happening. Moving into the new year, God is pruning their tree. So any fruit on that tree will fall off. Now that doesn't mean bad things are going to happen. It just means God saying you're not meant to be there. You need to be here. So there's going to be a shift. And this is about season changing and winds of change. So definitely feel over the Christmas season you've been experienced winds. You may have had high winds where you are physically in your real world, or you've seen it on a show, or you've seen it in a film. There's been winds, and maybe you've even been watching something that's made you shiver a little bit. And this says, it's been a long, hard climb. And it's been a long journey. This is a long journey. You might think this has been a very long journey. I feel like I've been on this journey for years and years and years. It's been a long, hard climb. But finally, you've been given the opportunity to pause and reflect on how far you've come. Remember, this is a card for both of you. So looking back at the year and recognising, I may not have achieved everything this year I wanted to achieve, but I've come so far. We may not yet be in union, but we've learned so much. It's about being proud of what you've achieved. It says, as you look around, you'll be amazed to see just how much you've accomplished. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful. And look at this, the rabbit, the promise of the leap of faith, the promise of rebirth, Easter, things shifting forward. You know, I've been speaking for months and months about the energy of December to April, and this is a huge sign of this. The light at the end of the tunnel. Things are not as bad as they seem. Things are shifting now for your resolution. It says it's time to take a leap of faith. And when I picked this card up, it was like a big breath of fresh air. So if you've been going through that heaviness and you've been feeling your heart in your mouth, or feeling like something's dropping out of your body, or you're thinking it's over, or you're panicking, relax. Breathe easier, because the rabbit is saying, hey, it's going to be okay. There's going to be a rebirth. They are going to move forward to you. God's pruning their tree. The wood snake is coming in. It's going to be okay. It says it's time to take a leap of faith, to trust that there will be a soft landing as you leap forward in your life now. There will be a soft landing, which means the angels are going to catch you wherever you go, whatever you do. And I feel that someone needs to hear this about work too. If you're thinking, I'm really scared because I've lost my job, or I've left my job, or I want to change my job, there's going to be a soft landing. Something better is on the horizon. Remember, rejection of any kind is a redirection. It says, go for that promotion, ask for that pay rise, whatever it is, now is your moment. And this moment is coming in between now and April. So it may be your moment today. Some of you may receive communication from them today, but they're definitely watching you today. They've got their eye on you. They're thinking what you're doing. Maybe you've pulled your energy back, or they've pulled theirs back. They're still watching you. And again, this is a huge movement between now and April. So what I'm feeling here is, no matter what, there's going to be a communication coming in, or a movement towards you, or towards changing their life, or you changing your life between now and April. So between now and April, there's going to be reunion, communication, some unions taking place too. There's going to be karmic endings, changes in jobs, relocation, people moving in or out. There could be people getting married or divorced. There's going to be lots going on. So just be aware that all is well and you are safe. And remember, if you're having joint and muscle pain, it's because of these changes you're sensing. If you're feeling vertigo or nausea or a bit dizzy and you're sleepless nights, tired, it's because you know things are changing. If things were easy and there was no struggles or nothing to do on this journey, you'd be sleeping like a baby every night. But we come here to learn and grow. So have faith in the journey and trust in the love. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.